after watching the entire process of Pakistanis firing Celadon porcelain bowls. You'll marvel at their creativity. Locally available sticky pottery clay, after initial processing through 8 new machines, combined with Laoba's superb craftsmanship, can complete a magnificent transformation from waste to treasure, turning them into beautiful new porcelain bowls. The pile of mud you see now is the pottery clay that the little assistant just dug up from the road. To make them into porcelain bowls, first, 2 little assistants need to work together to put the clay into sacks, and then walk 2,000 centimeters to the mixing workshop. Through the reserved feeding port, slowly pour them into the soaking and mixing tank's mixing compartment. These high-viscosity pottery clays will be fully mixed with the pre-added mineral water in the mixer. When they become a sticky state, a discharge hose needs to be installed at the feeding port just now. Then give the mixing tank a 360-degree Thomas full spin. This way, the peach paste in the tank can be easily released. During the discharge process, Laoba also needs to check to confirm that the peach clay is fully soaked. While we blink, the little assistant has already used a special extruder to squeeze out the excess water in the clay. To avoid lumps in the clay, after preliminary drying, it needs to be placed in a special rotary extruder for separation and extrusion. This way, not only can the small amount of clay that has adhered be separated, but also give them a tighter density. After extrusion, at the outlet of the extruder, a special shaping mold will be used to shape the clay into a standard cylindrical shape. When the number of raw materials produced is sufficient, the master will take them to the shaping workshop. Here, ordinary clay will be shaped into a standard bowl shape using a special mold. Fully mechanized operation, greatly improving work efficiency. To quickly dry the clay in the mold and set its shape, they also need to be heated in a low-temperature dryer. The preliminary dried clay becomes a standard blue and white porcelain bowl blank. Since they are not completely dry yet, these bowl blanks need to be placed in a reserved air-drying workshop for natural air drying. After 34 hours, they need to be moved to the coloring workshop. Here, 2 fathers who have been working together for 2.5 days will use pre-prepared high-temperature resistant mineral pigments and oxide bone to draw a waistline on the rim of the bowl with a brush to increase the sense of layering of the bowl. Since the pattern on the body of the bowl is too complicated, manual production takes too much time, so the main pattern is made using a stamping process. After the stamped main pattern is dry, the meticulous workshop owner will personally draw decorative patterns next to the main pattern. From the simple production of a few petals, you can see the artistic foundation behind the boss. While waiting for the paint to dry, the little assistants on the other side are not idle either. They are preparing high-quality glaze raw materials. The meat glaze mixed with a secret recipe needs to be filtered using a self-made ultra-fine filter before use. This can make the final glaze smoother and more delicate. Then put the bowl blank into the glaze and apply a uniform layer. Then put them on a self-made firing support frame and let them undergo a short drying and setting on it. After that, the just 18-year-old little assistant needs to push the firing rack full of bowl blanks to the closed firing workshop. Place the glazed bowl blank into the kiln and heat it at a high temperature of 1300 degrees Celsius. This allows the glaze layer on the bowl blank to melt and form a glass layer. The mineral pigments combine with the glaze layer at high temperature, making the fired porcelain bowl color more vivid and bright. Since the fired porcelain bowl is still relatively hot, it needs to be placed in a reserved cooling workshop. After it is completely cooled, the little assistant will use a self-made trolley to transport the porcelain bowl after simple sorting to the reserved quality inspection workshop. The qualified porcelain bowls inspected by the factory director's cousin will be stacked in the reserved snack stacking area first. After that, exquisite packaging will be installed and they can leave the factory. At this point, the Celadon porcelain bowl made by hand using high-yield pottery clay is successfully made. Such perfect quality only sells for 2,000 rupees. Do you think it's cost-effective?